Hello, I'm Angie Hobbs and I'm the Professor of the Public Understanding of Philosophy here at the University of Sheffield. And I write a lot about ancient Greek philosophy. And there is so much in Plato in particular that is informing my current thinking about various issues facing the world, particularly this question about social media and whether it's doing harm or good. Like all human tools, it can be taken in either direction. Now, Plato, he never writes in his own voice, he always writes in dialogue form, and he always makes sure that his main character, usually Socrates, has the toughest possible opposition. And the lesson from that is we must make sure we don't just follow people who agree with us. We listen to all sorts of voices and arguments. We don't end up in an echo chamber. And Plato has also really helped me think through current issues to do with the so-called post-fact and post-truth generation, because he writes about a group of philosophers roaming the Greek world in the 4th century BC called the Sophists, and some of them denied that there was any such thing as truth or a fact, that these humans just made these things up for themselves, either individually or in groups. If a large body of scientists tells us that there is a huge amount of evidence suggesting that climate change is happening, of course we should interrogate that, of course we should always question. But to just disregard all that evidence, to think there is no such thing as scientific truth, if we do that, then it's not just liberal democracy that's going to be in danger, it's going to be the future of the entire human race. It is really, really dangerous to disregard the whole possibility of truth and fact. Now, also my studies in ancient Greek philosophy have helped me think through the difference between democracy and demagoguery, two words we're hearing a lot at the end of 2016. Democracy means literally rule by the people. Demagoguery means a leading of the people. And the implication is that this leading is often cynical and manipulative. And what Plato says often happens, and he says this in his dialogue, The Republic, he says, a populist leader arises, he gets voted into power, claiming he's going to be the voice of the people. He then starts getting rid of any checks and balances in the system, saying, just speak through me, we can get rid of everything else. And once he's got a position of real autocratic power for himself, he then very often just ignores the needs and the real economic frustrations of the people who voted him into power in the first place. And again, I think there is a lot we need to learn about this. If we look around us at the moment, we can see that the bases of our liberal democracy, civil and human rights, are supported by an independent judiciary and freedom of the press. These are under threat in many countries and in many societies. And this is really big trouble for us. And we're going to need to work really hard in 2017 to protect them. And we can do that best if we don't lose sight of the riches and wisdom of past historians and philosophers.